Welcome to Working with the Oracle Cloud Adapter for Salesforce.com. In this video, we show the concrete steps to integrate Salesforce.com with eBusiness Suite, synchronizing customer account information from eBusiness Suite to Salesforce.com. This could be part of a larger integration between a Salesforce.com SaaS application for sales and an on-premise eBusiness Suite for back-office order fulfillment, implementing a seamless opportunity-to-order system between cloud and on-premise. First, we will show you how to configure the Salesforce.com adapter using Oracle JDeveloper. Second, we show how to synchronize account information from on-premise eBusiness Suite to Salesforce.com using Oracle Salesforce.com Cloud Adapter and Oracle SOA Suite. Last, we see monitoring capabilities of Oracle Salesforce.com Cloud Adapter in Oracle Enterprise Manager Fusion Middleware Control. Configuring the Oracle Cloud Adapter for Salesforce.com. In this demo, we are using Oracle JDeveloper on SOA Suite to build a SOA composite using the Oracle Cloud Adapter for Salesforce.com. So to get started, we'll drag and drop the Salesforce.com adapter from the component palette onto the right swim lane to create an outbound interaction with Salesforce.com. This launches the adapter configuration wizard that we can use to configure the adapter interaction. First, we'll provide a name for the service that we are modeling using the adapter, and then we'll click Next to continue. In the Server Connection pane, we specify connectivity to the Salesforce.com instance, such as the Enterprise WSDL location. To do that, click the Browse button and select the WSDL from the local file system. Now we'll click the Edit icon to specify the authentication key used to identify the credentials to connect to Salesforce.com. Let's enter the username, password, and an alias known as the CSF key to hold these credentials securely in WebLogic's credential store. Once we have specified the WSDL and the credentials, we can click Test Connection to validate the connection. For additional connection properties, Offline Configuration option downloads the Salesforce.com object metadata onto our local file system and provides offline access. Once we have downloaded the offline configuration, the Clear Cache option is active. This will clear our previously loaded local copy, and we can fetch a newer version over the network again. Click Next and the Oracle Cloud Operation Configuration pane opens. This pane shows all the objects and operations we can configure. Clicking the drop-down reveals the supported set of operation categories. Here we are demonstrating some options from core API calls. Upsert is a combination of create and update operations. We can use the shuttle to choose which business objects to use. In this example, we select Account. Under the MISC option, choosing Process, we can see that the Process Submit Request option is used to submit an object for approval. Process Work Item Request option is used to process an object already submitted for approval. Choose the SOSL and SOQL option to enter Salesforce.com query search operations and return objects and the attributes of interest. With the Run Query button, we can test these queries in real time at design time for a maximum of 200 records. We can specify binding parameters, and the wizard automatically provides mechanisms to specify those dynamically. If there are any validation errors, they show up in the panel. We can correct those and proceed to finish the query modeling. We'll click Save when finished. We can model simple to complex SOSL queries using the search operation, and this is used to search specific data from Salesforce.com. CRUD is another option available. We can model create, update, delete operations against the objects. The adapter design time allows modeling operations against both standard and custom objects in Salesforce. In accordance with Salesforce.com limitations, The adapter allows only up to 10 objects for selection for performing operations on them. Now we'll click Next to get to the Header and Properties pane. Depending on the chosen operation, we can configure the required headers for the various interactions. This completes the design time modeling experience for the adapter. At this point, we can go back and change the options or click Finish to conclude. Integrating the Oracle E-Business Suite with Salesforce.com. Here we show you how to create integration between Oracle E-Business Suite and Salesforce.com in Oracle JDeveloper. We will create a BPEL process to orchestrate the Salesforce.com to E-Business Suite integration and do message transformation. We will create a polling database adapter for account information in E-Business Suite, which will invoke the BPEL. Then we will create a Salesforce.com cloud adapter that will pass changes in account information into Salesforce.com. First, we define a service composite for BPEL. In JDeveloper, click New Project. Select SOA Project. We'll name our project, and then we select Composite with BPEL Process in the Configure SOA Settings pane. We'll click Finish, and in the Create BPEL Process wizard, we select Define Service Later from the Template dropdown. Now we see the BPEL process in our JDeveloper SOA editor. Now we create a database adapter that will read from the E-Business Suite database. Right-click in the editor and select Insert Database Adapter. We name the connection, and then we change the database connection JNDI name. We select Poll for new or changed records in a table as our operation type. This operation will monitor for additions and changes in the database table. Here we import our table by using a query and choosing Parties from available tables. This is where E-Business Suite keeps customer account information. Once the table is imported, we define the primary keys. Click Next for relationships and attribute filtering. We select Update field for after data is read. This mechanism keeps track which rows in the database have been processed by the adapter already. In the Logical Delete pane, we choose Record Status. We review our polling options and click Next to define our selection criteria. Then we continue through the wizard and click Finish. Now we see our exposed service in the left swim lane. Now we create a Salesforce adapter that will synchronize changes to Salesforce.com business objects. Let's right-click in the right swim lane and select Salesforce Adapter. We name our adapter, and next we choose our WSDL file. We select a local file system copy of the WSDL file defining our server connection. Now we set our cloud operation configuration. We click Core API Call from the Operation Category dropdown and then select Upsert as our operation. The Upsert operation updates or creates the business data depending if it exists already in Salesforce.com. We select Account as the business object to update or insert and then click Next in the Headers and Properties pane. Finally, we review our selections and click Finish. We drag a wire between the BPEL process and the database adapter to invoke the BPEL process and then click OK to set the transaction properties. Likewise, we drag a wire between the Salesforce adapter and BPEL process to create a connection. We double-click our BPEL process, drag and drop Receive to create our receive operation, connecting it to the E-Business Suite database adapter so we receive information from the E-Business Suite. We edit Receive and automatically create our variables to store input data. This operation initiates the BPEL process, so we also check Create Instance. Next, we drag and drop Invoke operation into the BPEL process. We edit the Invoke to call Salesforce.com adapter Invoke Upsert. Similarly, we auto-create variables that pass information for the Salesforce.com adapter. The data from eBusiness is in a different format from the Salesforce.com data, so we need to create a transformation in between the two. So we add a transform activity and choose Input Variable. Now we can create visual mappings between our eBusiness Suite message on the left and Salesforce.com message on the right. We verify our mappings and everything looks good. We close our files and save our changes. So that's an overview of the technical integration of the Oracle Cloud Adapter for Salesforce.com with the Oracle E-Business Suite. Using and monitoring Oracle Cloud Adapter for Salesforce.com. We show you how easy it is to update a customer account in E-Business Suite and verify that it has changed in Salesforce.com. So from Salesforce.com, let's look for accounts that have the word General in the name. We don't find anything, so let's move over to the E-Business Suite. Here, we know the account number for an account that has the word General in its name. We find an account called General Technologies. Let's make a change to the account address, and the change will automatically integrate with Salesforce.com. Going back to Salesforce.com, we search again for General, and here is the account that we just updated in the E-Business Suite. Now we are using the Enterprise Manager Fusion Middleware Control, and we are exploring the Fusion Middleware Control console. Let's look under SOA, and we find a SOA application that we have created. Here are the runtime instances that have been executed. We see that in the last 24 hours, 3 transactions were completed. This one is the last executed. Let's click it and look at the details. In the Flow Trace window, let's click the BPIL process and get the visual presentation. Clicking the eBiz data shows all of the account activity. The transform account shows the updated variable with the assignment completed. Clicking the Invoke Upsert activity, we see the account information and the new address. Scrolling down, we see the message from the Salesforce.com adapter. So this concludes our Working with the Oracle Cloud Adapter for Salesforce.com video. In this video, we've shown you an overview of the business use case, how to configure the adapter, how to integrate the adapter with the E-Business Suite, and how to monitor the transactions. Be sure to see oracle.com/OLL/SOA for more information.